out.
Yeah. I believe we're live and we're feeding out to the folks out there. While I am waiting for confirmation of that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to switch my audio over. Let me do that. While I'm talking to the folks here. What do we always remind them of? Let's see, who should I go to?
Don't go to me. I'm going to give them my advice.
Where should they go, babyface? Where should they go? Be
Patreon.com/babyface.
Okay, fine. I'm okay with that.
Or hankstrange.com and lolasdeals.com.
Absolutely.
Hey, go buy something!
And Safety Harbor and safetyharbor.com. Safetyharborfirearms.com.
Yes.
I should thank, actually, the Patreon guys. I've been saving up some of their money, and they purchased a project coming up really soon that I'm still waiting on the final thing.
Oh, cool.
I picked up a front and rear night sight for the Colt Python, thanks to Patreon, and that will be coming soon. We're going to install it and shoot it.
Awesome. Congratulations to you. We'll talk about all of that here. I'm going to remind everyone, of course, like Babyface said, go to hankstrange.com, go to the email list, sign up for that. Of course, we've got like Lola's deals on there, and you can go to Lola's deals. Lola's always posting daily deals to help you guys out, which also helps us out. So if you want to support us, you can do that. Please do support Babyface P on Patreon. Support Walter Keller and Safety Harbor Firearms and all the different things. What do we got, Walter? We got stemparts.com.
Yeah, stemparts. Yeah.
Safetyharborfirearms.com. Generatorman.com.
He needs to make us something.
No, that's not real.
No.
You're going to have to... Walter needs to go secure that one.
Generator man. Oh, we got a compliment in the chat. I think it's a compliment.
Uh-oh.
Kathleen Music Lover said, she just said Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Larry, Curly, Mo. The thing is, who's Larry, who's Curly, who's Mo?
Yeah. That's the question.
I don't know. Let us know how that goes, and we'll see if we agree with you guys. Of course, thanks to Walther Arms for sponsoring the podcast, help keeping the lights on and the air conditioning and the internet and everything else we use around here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel here. Ring the bell so you can be notified. Let me press the button. Do the open. Is it going to go?
Welcome
Boom,
back
there it goes.
to the Hank Strange Situation.
That's right.
Lifestyle.
Subscribe. Thumbs up. Ring the bell.
You better watch out. So you better watch out where you say, "Is it going to go boom?"
Oh.
In the wrong place, somebody might not like that.
We do talk about guns here. By the way, like I said, shout out to Walther. I'm rocking the old school Walther shirt here. And the hat, look at that, I'm all stylish and coordinated. Gentlemen, it's Monday. It's free-for-all Monday. Let's do the jazz hands. Come on, do the jazz hands. Let's see those jazz hands. I hope you got your big girl panties on, because we are live. This is episode 563 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Free-for-all Monday. We've got Walter Keller from SHF. We've got Babyface P here. I'm here. You guys are here. Smashing the thumbs ups right now. Getting the energy going. Positive vibes. Hopefully I don't know. Is Babyface frozen? Yep. I think he had to restart.
I'm delayed for some reason.
I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening there.
I turned the Wi-Fi off.
Yeah. So there we go. All right. So yeah, we'll wait for Babyface to jump back in here. He should be back here. He probably had to restart his computer. Isn't it funny how the tech guy? Well, I have my issues too. So, but I have a feeling Babyface has more tech issues than I do. What do you think? We should do a poll and let the people tell us what they think about that. Yeah, but we'll start off with you, Walter Keller. Your generator empire is growing steadily over every weekend.
Well, if I got a lot of people begging, hint, hint.
Yeah.
I was like,
cash. Did you ever hear like Aladdin? Do you ever heard the story of Aladdin and the lamps? Right.
I might have.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen the movie.
There's a part of that story with Aladdin and the lamps. Not the one with Will Smith. I'm not sure if they even did this in the other one, but in the story itself with Aladdin and the lamps, There was a guy who tried to trick them to get the lamp. He was going around going, old lamps for new, old lamps for new. Like he was going around the town, and he was like, "Oh, I'll give you a new lamp for your old lamp." That's how he got Aladdin's lamp, right? You're like that guy, man. You're going around buying old generators.
Well, I did. This guy that I bought 3 of them yesterday afternoon from one guy. And they all came from his hunting camp.
Okay.
He all knows and actually his hunting camp's up where my dad's at.
Oh.
So we chatted about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew they used to work. They just stopped running because they're not getting used all the time. And he bought new ones, and he goes, "Yeah, you probably get them going. No big deal." So hey.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's good. It's good stuff that you're doing, Walter.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want you to know that I have called permanent dibs in perpetuity and at all times.
Permanent biggest generator first dibs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Times 2.
Yes. So everyone has to recognize that. It's on the record right now.
Okay.
Before we roll around into hurricane season here.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, Everybody chuckles about it. I could take those generators, get them running, make them a little purty, stack them up, and the first time there's a storm where it starts, man, I could sell those things in a heartbeat and make I'd probably sell them for $300. Somebody needs a generator. Ooh, cool.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
Is that taking advantage of people?
No, that's called.
I mean, that's what it's. That would be the going price of it if it was working.
Yeah, that'd be cheap. That'd be cheap when
that'd be cheap for a good working generator.
Yeah. You can't knock that hustle, man. You can't knock the hustle.
No, that's a good side hustle.
Yeah.
When your refrigerator's getting warm and your $500 worth of meat's getting stale, you gotta do that, man. But you need a fan on you when you're sleeping at night because the air conditioner's not running. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Got to plug your phone in and charge it back up.
Yeah, you got to stay. For those folks that don't have a landline anymore.
Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta. And if you don't have those solar things, I don't know how. I've got to get some of those solar panels and test them, like for charging your phone in emergencies. Did we? I thought we did that already.
Slow.
I want to get. I mean, they make the ones that roll up and roll out.
The map.
And there's better ones. There's military grade ones, and then there's other ones. But it's better than having nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. I think it is better. There's lots of different things out there. There's probably a hand crank one that you could do if you really got charge up.
I just saw an advertisement on Facebook today or Instagram, whatever it was, for one you can put in a stream.
Oh, in the water.
Yeah, and it spins. Huh. Yeah, and then if you need to, you can spin it by hand. They were showing, and I mean it's kind of cool. And of course, who's got a stream they can dump their stuff into? But
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't
Will
happen
it work
to
if you pee on it?
You got to have a hell of a stream, buddy. This thing is that big. That thing is that big around, man.
Yeah.
There's wind generators too. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think Florida is, like, every region has its good thing. I think Florida is good for solar panels.
You have the solar, but then you have to. If you're going to have real, then you got to have batteries and everything else, and it gets involved.
Yeah. I want to build. I was trying to pitch this idea to Walter. Babyface, we should probably get you in on this. And by that I mean, like, I pitched the idea and then you guys put it together.
Or the forced labor.
Do the work.
But we should build a battery closet.
Okay. Have you priced batteries lately?
Wait, the price of batteries went up?
And let me just
Really?
Do you have room for a closet for batteries?
Outside.
Yeah, you know what? No. That spare room in the cottage could totally work for that if you clean it up.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, you need a couple grand for all those batteries.
When did the price of batteries go up?
Oh, running a whole house battery system is expensive.
Because they're not regular like batteries in your car.
Yeah, that's what I thought you do for those things. No. You just get a bunch of.
No.
I wonder if you could do that. Get car batteries, but
they're big.
You need like deep cycle,
right.
Marine batteries or something.
Yeah, you got to have large batteries. Hootie Who's is Hootie Who in the chat? Hello.
Oh yeah, shout out. I see. Is your 6 covered out there? Did you see Hootie Who? Oh yeah, I do see Hootie Who. Shout out to Hootie Who. We need to get him on.
I met with we talked about that before. I went and met Will from Bear Creek Cattle Company.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, he was down in Brooksville picking up some horses that he bought, and went and met him in person. He said he's got a stream on his property.
Oh yeah,
with trout and everything.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably.
I
has
keep
a
telling
nice,
Marley,
nice
I want property. I want to get like 10 acres with a stream, and
that's the ultimate self-reliant thing. If you got a stream, you can dam it up, make a little hydroelectric action going. You got power all the time, man.
Yeah, you got a whole lake behind your house.
I do, but that doesn't run. It doesn't move.
Yeah. It doesn't burn. It's not a babbling brook.
Just get Neckbone in there splashing or something.
Yeah. We actually put him on a treadmill, a water treadmill this weekend.
Oh.
We took him we went to Tampa to my grandparents' house and took him to the pool, and I just grabbed him by the tail as he was trying to like swim towards the edge, and I was like, I'm just gonna hold you for about 2 minutes and let you wear yourself out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he slept like a baby that night. Saturday night he was out.
Build him a little hamster wheel.
Oh God.
That will generate power. I don't know. You will have to get batteries for that though, because at some point, I'm sure he takes a break and then rests down from that. So there's what was the big thing going on this weekend with you, Babyface? What was up with you this weekend?
Just Mother's Day. We went down to visit Mom.
Okay. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and all the mothers' mothers, and the mothers' mothers' mothers,
and the mothers. You mother, you.
Yeah. How was your mom?
Good. We Marley had to work on Sunday, so we came back on Saturday night. It was good. We had some ribs. We cooked at home for her, and she had a good time.
Okay, cool. Walter, did you guys have a nice Mother's Day?
Well, my mother's no longer with the living, so
right. Mine neither, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that about yours as well.
But Peggy was here, and obviously she's a mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just Spencer, and then Will came over, and of course I hijacked him to go buy another engine aside from a generator.
God.
So that's another thing. We went down. There was this ad that was on Marketplace for this a Jacobson. It's a Rio mower like they use on golf courses, but it has this kind of unique engine on it, 2-cycle engine. So I fell for it. So I went down and we met this dude down in South St. Pete, down by the water, down where all the boats are and stuff, the marinas and repair marinas and stuff. This guy had all kinds of stuff. I walked in, it's like, holy cow, look at all this stuff. It's like, but kind of a little bit of a hoarder, I think. I don't think he wants to let go of things because it's sentimental.
Yeah, I know that.
But anyways, made that contact, and then later on, I went after Will went home. Then I went and bought the other 3 generators. It was starting to get dark, so. But no, we had a good day.
I think Kathleen, music lover, wants to know how many engines you got. Or I'm assuming generators.
Generators. If you include the ones that are at my house that have been used, at the moment that would be 9, 10 technically. My dad has one.
Yeah.
How many are currently working?
I can definitely say 1, 2, 3, 4 probably work.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
But the other ones are new acquisitions, which will all be working soon. So, and then they're going to be distributed amongst the populace somehow or another. So, but yeah, come on, $50.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can't turn that down.
How can you say no? Listen, that can never go wrong.
Yeah.
That can never go wrong.
Yeah. Worst come to worst.
They don't spoil.
Well, they kind of do if you leave the gas in.
Well, yeah, if you leave the gas, but I mean, if you clean.
That's the major malady with most generator sets.
Yeah.
People leave the gas in them and they run out and they go bad. So.
Yeah.
Gum up.
Yeah.
Lawnmowers, chainsaws, same stuff.
Yeah. Look, but if let's say you fix them up and they've got like what is that, Stabil or whatever in it? Or
yeah. Well. You get ethanol-free gas. You get the boat gas or ethanol-free gas. You put some stable in it, and when you're done with it, drain the fuel out of the tank and run the thing till it stops.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be good then.
Yeah.
Some of the carburetors even have little drains on the bowl. You can drain it out of the.
Yeah.
And then empty out the gas tank, and it's good for.
And if let's say we get hit with a hurricane, you could sell them. If you don't sell all of them, you can always just stack them up. They store in nice little cubes.
I won't be having 10 of them after.
Yeah. You can always give them away to your co-hosts. Although I'm happy. Kicking out a couple shekels.
Oh, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get reimbursed for the.
No, absolutely. I think we should all have. Especially
that's why I
people
did
in
it. I mean,
Florida.
I know everybody wants one. Everybody's like, "Oh man, give me a generator," And they say it in kind of a joking fashion sometimes, but they mean it for real. So, and then when the power goes out,
Even we should have a generator like on the hacienda there for when we need to plug in some power tools and fix stuff.
Well, if you're working remote from the. Sometimes it comes in handy, but it can happen in a thunderstorm in the summertime. The power can go up.
Yeah.
Look, they had the storm up. They had the stuff up in the Northeast where I guess the storm blew through and a lot of people lost their power. So
Yeah.
snowing up there.
I lose my power every time someone gets drunk and runs into the pole. Yeah. Every single time. I hear tires screeching, boom, and then everything goes gone. So the only thing I have going for me is that right across the street from where I'm at is the volunteer fire department, where so that's one, and then two, they actually land the rescue copter out there too. One of these days I gotta grab some footage of that happening. It's like
coming down.
Yeah, it's crazy when that thing comes in from Gainesville, comes down there to pick up someone or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the psyche. I mean, if you have a garage or you have some place you can keep it, why don't everybody have a generator? I mean, I see these people buy them during hurricane season and they sell them, and it's like,
if you got a place to keep it, keep it.
If you got a place to keep it.
Yeah.
So
if you want to know why I didn't buy one, I keep saying I'm gonna get the whole house one, and then I get distracted by other crazy things that I should not be doing.
Car.
Yeah, and then I get in trouble with Lola, like I did for Mother's Day. I got in lots of trouble.
Oh, not bad.
So I got told off a couple times during Mother's Day. It's fine. That's family tradition.
Do not poke the bear during Mother's Day. That's the rule.
I offered to cook stuff, and Lola was like, "What are you gonna cook? Just tell me."
Chef Boyardee.
No, I have things. I have things that I could make. They just don't. They don't. No one in the house likes to eat my stuff that I make.
Oh.
So,
Well, right now,
or I
my
take
house,
too long for them.
There's 2 rising crust pizzas in the oven. So.
Oh, okay. Hootie Who says I'm too cheap to buy a generator. Need more guns. By the way, did you guys see Hootie Who? I think finished his convertible truck. Did you guys? Hold on.
I saw something about that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that on.
Hootie Who, man. Well, let's say this. Everybody doesn't know how to fix engines, and they should kind of learn that too. By the way, too, not a bad thing because that ability to get an engine going, goes in a lot of different directions.
So here's his truck. This looks good. He's painted it like I'm gonna say Lamborghini green. It's convertible. It's got a roll bar and all kinds of stuff in there, man. Look at that. Let me see. I don't think I can get it to go sideways here because it's IG, but yeah, it's got a roll bar back there. That's pretty nice. I think he has like a nighttime shot of it also. That's pretty sexy. He's got I don't know if it's 22s or whatever that's on there. I can't tell the size of I can't tell the size of rims, but it looks pretty good actually. He says that Ranger turns a lot of heads on the highway. Yeah.
I bet it does.
Yeah. So there you go. It looks good. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
needs a generator in the back.
Yeah, that's your ultimate. That's. Then you can make it a hybrid.
Yeah.
Put a generator in there, Let's see here. So let's see. What's the stuff going on over the weekend that we want to talk about here? There's several things. There's a bunch of
Do we
different
want to
things
talk
going
about
on.
everything?
There's there is the case of this. There is a case of the young guy that got killed. I think there's more evidence coming out on that case. I think they found some evidence that he went into there's an unfinished house, I guess, in that neighborhood, and he went into that house a couple times. I don't think he took anything out of there, but I guess he did go into that, and he had a criminal past. But that has that doesn't give you a reason to
shoot him,
to kill someone.
No, not really. No.
No.
There's I don't know enough to really say anything about the thing. It's hard to. You're only hearing what people want you to hear.
Bits and pieces, things coming out.
So my problem with this whole thing going on, and this happens every time, is people are treating this as like blood sports. Like you got two sides. What side are you going to be on? This is that's insane to me. You have one dude who's dead, which that sucks. There's one guy that's dead, and two guys who are lucky if they're going to be going away to jail forever. Like, there's no winner in this. I don't know why people treat this crap like it's a blood sport. Like, it's just.
And they also make a lot of decisions without really knowing all the facts.
Yeah, nobody knows everything.
Of course, they post. They always, I don't know this. They always post the smiling, suited up picture of the dead guy.
Not the one of him.
And it doesn't really tell the whole story, And right again, I'm not saying that anybody deserved to be shot, but. Let's look at the facts, not.
And let's also, I mean, if we're gonna be balanced, right? If we're gonna try to be balanced, if something happened to someone that you loved and you care about, you're not gonna show the mugshot of them. You're probably gonna show the nice picture of them too. So
the lawyer's gonna tell you which one to put out there.
Yeah, and this is all perspective. If you lose someone that you care about, obviously, there's not a lot of things matter. Overall, us as people looking at it, I think, like Patrick is saying, the blood sport of the whole thing of everyone fighting, trying to win a point, it gets a little crazy. But go ahead.
And in the meantime, there's other people that are killed and murdered and this, that, and the other, and you never heard where about it. So,
Ewell Adams says something that I agree with, and I think is true. He says, "Who as a kid went in houses under construction?"
Yeah.
I think people have done that. I mean, I see grown-ups doing that sometimes. I've lived in a neighborhood where it's on. I don't know what happened with this guy, and it's likely that if he had a record, that he was looking at this thing, maybe he was going to do something. But in this moment, he didn't have anything.
Right.
But even if he did, if he went into a home that was under construction and had no doors and windows and stuff like that, there was no one living in it, and he didn't hurt anyone in there, what would be the reason to take his life over, calling the cops?
Over property. That's one thing that, like, when I teach CCW courses, the one thing that you always tell people is, like, you don't kill somebody over property. You let the cops deal with it. They'll come pick them up, whatever. You get your property returned. Insurance will pay for it. That's a big thing that people don't realize. Insurance will cover stuff. Like, you're not killing some dude over it. That's just...
Yeah, and ultimately here on the side of what Walter's saying, which I agree with, we don't know everything.
We don't know hardly anything.
It's a good thing. So I know I was reading about the footage. The guy who shot the footage, was talking about this whole thing. It's a good thing that it's a horrible thing that it happened. A good thing that guy had the footage. It changes the course of this. But ultimately, professionals have to come in here, investigate this thing. It's probably going to wind up in a jury, and then those guys are going to adjudicate that thing.
Nobody will be happy.
No. No matter what the outcome is.
And then they start talking about it won't be a riot.
Race wars.
Yeah. I mean, like, what? What are you talking about? Come on. What does that solve?
Yeah. Here's the thing that the thing that I think about all of this.
That's when somebody might get shot riding on somebody's business or a house or something.
Yeah. Well, definitely not. Let's not take something. So even like I see Hootie who says that he's been unfriending people on Facebook. But listen, here's the thing. We as neighbors or friends on Facebook or social media, we shouldn't be fighting each other over this thing, making new enemies over something that's going to hurt and destroy other people, we should try to like temper a lot of that down and let things take its course here. If it affects you personally, I get that. And I think every day we're all in situations like I've had people on my property before, uninvited. None of us should be thinking in our brains, oh, I'm gonna do this or that to that person. It's not necessary unless it becomes necessary if you need to defend yourself.
Absolutely. There's a difference. Yeah. There's a big difference.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's certain things, if you're in your home, someone kicks in the door in the middle of the night,
game on.
Yeah. But if that person does that and runs away, I don't know if I was telling you guys about this rocker. I forgot exactly what band he was in. He was talking about something like this, where he said that in his neighborhood someone was robbing the neighborhood, right? And then one day when he was home with his family, I think at night, someone came in and then left. And he was really worried about that. And so the next day, his wife and kids weren't in the house, but he was there. He happened to be cleaning his AR, right? And he heard some noises, and he went downstairs with his AR, and there was this kid, like he had his Beats by Dre on or whatever, and the kid saw him with this AR and literally blew through the back door, like when he saw him with that gun. And he called the cops and everything, and he was talking about how one of the cops said, you should have just shot this guy, and he's like, okay. That's not the first thing I want to do. I didn't feel like I was in that kind of danger. Then he went to this kid's trial and everything, and he was saying to himself that he wished that he could have helped this kid. Obviously he couldn't, but he did help him, in my opinion. Right? He didn't need to take him out.
He didn't kill him.
Yeah, he didn't need to take him out. He didn't take him out. The kid wound up in the system. Now it's up to that kid to heal himself and make himself a better person, or not, right? It's, freedom of choice. So, but the tough part is when we all start fighting each other and battling over something that is...
You have no part in you. You have no...
On the outside, we might be interested in it, but we are not living it. And hopefully we don't have to live it from either side. No. And and one of the ways you could avoid this is by not thinking that because you have a gun, you're the police.
Sticking your nose in things that don't belong. You don't belong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the ways you can do it. But ultimately, I think that this, thankfully the video came out. This will get settled. This will get processed. Like Walter just said, no one's going to be happy in it.
Nope.
And
don't get riled. No, unless you have some, part in it, or don't get riled up. Don't get yourself upset about it. Yeah. You can't change. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, some people, don't you find that some people have a hard time thinking three-dimensionally?
I mean...
there's some cool people. Like Tim Allen was a criminal. He was convicted, went to jail, right? He did some crimes. He's, he did some things, but I think he's a really cool dude.
Tim Allen, the comedian?
Yeah. He was in prison. Yeah. Oh. I think he sold cocaine or something like that. In his early days.
Yeah, but I guess he figured it out, huh?
Yeah, we've got some other people out there. So it's like, I'm not saying that you should be a criminal. No. But if you make mistakes in your life and then you can correct them, that's awesome. We should just try to think a little like three-dimensionally. One of the things we should try to avoid is that whole vigilante thing. I'm telling you guys, I've been there before. I've been in situations of people saying like, what are you doing in this neighborhood and all that, and I'm not a criminal. And I've also been armed in those moments. And I think that when you get a perfect storm, things could go bad, and it could go bad in any way. Mm-hmm. So often you just try to, you try to not, like I remember when I've been in those situations, I just keep my eyes on people. They ask me questions. I try to explain it to them. Hopefully they let me go about my business. I'll let them go about their business. Everything's all good. Like someone stopping me and asking me something, maybe that like affects your pride a little bit, but it's not the end of the world.
Choose your battles wisely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyone have anything left unsaid about that maybe they feel they need to say? Because I think we're pretty much on the same. Yeah. On the same thing with that.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I try to not to, it's real easy to go, oh man, and it's like I don't even know what the hell happened.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes people do crazy. Do you guys remember the thing with the guys fighting over the dumpster? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I just looked them up. They had their court cases pushed back until after Corona ends.
Oh, wow.
I've been keeping up with their court case because I'm curious to see how it ends up.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that shot him in the alley or something like that?
Yeah, they were fighting because the dude was dumping trash in a dumpster.
That was not necessary.
Well, no. You call the police about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, or you make sure you record, you get pictures of the person, so when you do call the police or you call the city, you can say, hey, here's your dude, man, he's dumping illegally. So
yeah. Look at the people over the Family Dollar. Now, none of us here likes these mask wearing rules the places have put up. But are you even gonna
kill somebody over a mask?
Yeah, you gonna fight with that if a store says, "Hey, you can't come in here"? I'm just gonna not go in.
I drove to another store when Walmart told me nope, can't come in. I was like, okay, I ain't doing business here.
Walmart's doing that
here in Gainesville.
In Gainesville, there's
Alachua County's making you wear a
Not
mask.
every store is doing that, by the way.
Good to know.
Which is good, but there's stores doing it. So you can either put on a mask. Don't go in, go somewhere else. But to get into a fight with someone trying to do a job, it's not even necessary. But look at that whole family is now under arrest.
That was my thing. Is I was like, you're just a peon in the system. You like, there's no point in arguing with the person at the front of Walmart. They're just a nobody.
They just work there.
Yeah, they just work there. They don't care about you or what you have to say. So I was I'll just go somewhere.
Also, you know what? If you want to blame, so in the case of Gainesville, do you know who I blame? The stupid ass city council.
That's absolutely who's wrong.
The stores have to follow the rules they put in effect. Otherwise, they're gonna, run into issues. With the city council. Maybe now they're sending up cops. Who, one of the things we want to talk about is there was a police officer talking about this. Now they're going to take those police officers and send them over to places to enforce things and all that. And that's happening in places. Totally useless. Right?
Absolute waste of time.
If you live in a place like that, think about who those council members are and don't support them,
Yep.
But maybe some of your neighbors like that nonsense.
Well, yeah, there's some people who think that because you're not wearing a mask, you're endangering them.
Yes, there are.
And I was watching some people with these masks on, and first thing, if you got your eyes open, you're not safe. Okay, your eyes will, but they got big gaps in the sides of the things and all this stuff. You're not stopping. And masks are for sick people. Now, if you said only sick people wear the mask, well, you can't do that. You can't do that. Then everybody know who's sick.
Yeah, how can you even identify it?
Then you won't get near that sick person, will you? I don't want that sick person in my store. Get out.
Yeah. So we're making everyone conform. That's
right.
One of these. Yeah.
So everybody's guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the game that we're playing here. So I know you guys. I don't think you got a chance to see the stuff about this police officer. I'm gonna let me see. His name is Greg Anderson. Okay, and so here's the video. I'm not going to play the video, obviously. He says it's officers doing the right thing. That's the name of this particular video. Let's see. There's some articles out there. I'll pull up this one from Ocala Post. It says police officer makes strong video against other officers who violate the Constitution. Port of Seattle police officer. So it's good to know there's some freedom-minded people in Seattle. And this guy also was a veteran, Port of Seattle police officer Greg Anderson said he's getting tired of seeing his fellow officers violate the United States Constitution and felt compelled to make a video about it. That is not how our job works, okay? What's really has been pissing me off lately is the fact that these officers that are going out here and enforcing these tyrannical orders, what they're doing is putting my job and my safety at risk, because what they're doing is you're widening the gap between public trust and law enforcement officers. He goes on to talk about this whole thing, how these city councils, governors, mayors, all these people are creating these things that are unconstitutional and forcing people to make a choice of, hey, do we need to start fighting for our freedom now? And from his point of view, I believe he was in Iraq. He was like, you don't really want to see Americans, get up and start fighting. And then everyone has to make choices. So I agree with where he's coming from here. I don't know what you guys think about it. You haven't had a lot of
Look at most of these places where this stuff's going on. Who's in charge?
Very liberal, socialist-minded.
DEM-ocrats, right?
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, it's factual. It's not. I'm not dreaming it up. I mean, there are states right now that have no restriction. They're open. Why are they open? Well,
it's socialism. It's when you, like what we were talking about just now, trying to force things on people instead of, like, how come people don't trust us to know the difference? And he talks about this. One of the things he says is, you know in your heart what's wrong or right. You know? So how come they don't trust us to do what's wrong or right? Usually police officers, their job is not, is not to do this kind of stuff. It's not to go out there and be the jackbooted thugs for the, for the local council.
Law enforcement. These things are not laws. These are edicts. These are edicts. These are they're going, you're going to do this. And I'm going to send the Gestapo out to make sure
because we put emergency orders in. This is an emergency. What is the emergency? People are getting sick? Oh, I think they always get sick.
Why are they closing all the emergency hospitals? Why are they closing all the hospitals that were set up, the field hospitals? Why
are you trying to be logical? Why are you trying to be logical, Walter? What's wrong with you?
Come on. What? If one area is having a hard time, then let that area deal with it and deal with that area. Don't penalize everybody.
Yeah.
Let's get back to business. If that business is going to the beach, get the freaking police off the beach first thing. What the hell do they have to do telling you, oh, you're too close to somebody? Oh,
yep.
Come on. Go. Anyways.
Let me ask you guys a question. This is I think something, I don't know if there's any stats on this. Have the real criminals that we have to worry about, have the terrorists taken a vacation? Have the drug dealers, the murderers, the kidnappers,
the child molesters,
the smugglers, all of those real bad guys out there, did they take a break? I'm just curious.
Do they care if you got coronavirus?
No, I don't think so. And I think we should let these guys do that job instead of trying to come up with ways for them to go around. Like he was talking about, in some places they had police officers going undercover into someone's house to catch them illegally doing nails.
How insane
or giving someone a haircut. I mean,
how insane is this whole thing?
Because they want to make us into criminals.
Right?
This is a way to permanently have you lose your rights, right?
This is another thing, too, is some folks will do anything they're told.
Absolutely.
And because they got their, I'm going to say, their meager little job, and their little uniform and all this stuff, they will do anything you tell them to do. Other folks will resist, but a lot of them will just step right in line and do whatever they're told to do. This is proof. Well, you can't say no. I'm not going to do it. What are they going to do to you? They're going to fire you? That wouldn't work either in a court of law either. So
I think there's going to be a big pushback from a lot of this stuff that's happening right now. By the way, we've got over 100 people in the chat, which is awesome. It would be awesome if you guys all smash the thumbs ups right now. We could actually get to 100 if just like 40 or 50 people did that. I know my math is a little bit off, Patrick.
Let's see, 103.61. Hit the buttons, mofo.
So
it don't cost you nothing. It don't cost a damn thing.
Camp David wants to know if anyone get a new gun. Any one of you dudes get a new gun? Patrick, I saw you put out the Ruger 5.7 video today.
Finally, I've been sitting on it for a little while. I didn't have anything else to put out, and I thought it was a good time. But it's all about, I have to be ready to put out a video. I don't just, I haven't just been making things and immediately putting them out. Like, I have to be in the mood to put something out. Yeah. And I thought it was a good time for the 5.7, so I put.
Well, Obviously, you got your air popper and you put pictures of popcorn on you.
That's right. That's right.
It must be some kind of mood you're in.
I'm rolling in some footage, by the way, of the Ruger thing for you guys who want to check that out on Babyface P. You know what? You're killing it, man. You're like 3,500 subscribers.
Yeah, grown pretty well. I took down one of my first goals. I have another goal. They're all personal goals that I keep to myself, like groups that I want to one up things. So I took down one goal. I'm going for another. 10,000, I guess, is the next one. 10,000. We're cruising right along.
So what are you getting? Just out of curiosity here, what are you getting me and Walter when you hit 10,000?
When I hit 100,000, I'm getting myself a Rolex, and then I'll hand you down a Casio. How about that? A good Casio.
What? Hold on a second. This doesn't sound equitable. You'll take it, Walter?
I have. Well, I have.
What if it's a G-Shock? That is a Casio.
G-Shock is good.
It's a Casio.
I acquired a shooter today that'll be a good video.
A shooter? Oh, okay.
A thing that goes bang bang.
Oh, those things. You know about those.
But I can't really say a whole lot about it.
Oh, really? Why is the?
It's got a really nice. It's got a. Yeah, it's on loan. So. But yeah, I think you'll.
Okay, this is getting. This is getting more and more mysterious by the minute, Patrick. Do you know what this is?
It's real quiet, too.
It's real quiet. Ooh, a suppressor. Wait a second. What caliber is it? Is it a 50?
No.
Is it something that needs to be made that you and I had already talked about?
No.
Okay, that hasn't.
Is it a machine gun?
Actually, it isn't.
Actually, I like that.
Okay, there's lots of things. Eric Hammond says he got a new G-Shock. There you go. Congratulations, by the way. But by the way, Ballistic, if you guys need a G-Shocks, Ballistic Inc. is selling G-Shocks. You can go there, buy one for yourself from the Hank Strange store. Help a brother out. You know.
Help a brother out.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Please buy something, mister. Please.
Yeah, it helps us out around here.
I know. Hey.
Yeah. What did you? I think that we did a video on that. Did we do a video on the 5.7? You did your own video.
I did my own.
What did you think about it?
I like it. If you want to know the full story, you can go watch. But
okay.
I like the 5.7. I think my main thing was if you're looking to get into the 5.7, the round itself, that's probably the cheapest way to get into that round. I liked the grip better than on. I like the overall feel.
Than the 5.7 pistol?
Better than the FN pistol. Yep. I feel like the upper. I like the metal upper a lot more than having like the FN has that plastic upper with the metal inserts. It just feels like a toy to me.
So I think you like the 1911-ness of it. I'm gonna say.
Maybe if that's a thing, I don't know. It's still a plastic gun.
I like the futuristicness. If it's just from the way that it feels or looks, I would go with the 5.7 pistol. But if it's based on money, then I guess the Ruger 5.7.
Yeah, the 5.7 pistol has the FN pistol really does have like this mystique to it, which is it's just so awesome.
Yeah,
video games and everything have just made it so awesome. But
they're sexy, but they're expensive. That's like what's keeping a lot of people out of that market.
That's why I don't have one, because I just can't.
Yeah. I'm hoping that like there's a little bit of bounce back from this market of everyone. I'm hoping there's a bunch of guys who went out there and bought 5.7 pistols for $1,300, and then they go on Gunbroker or something and sell them for $300-400.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. Don't worry about it.
Is this the generator syndrome?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Somehow I don't actually think that's gonna happen. Yeah.
I don't need my 5.7 now. I'm just going to get rid of it for nothing.
Yeah, or maybe a store, like a store or something will buy a bunch of 5.7s, not sell them, and then have a fire sale.
I don't think they're going to have that problem not selling.
No, unfortunately not. But I would like to. I've had a 5.7 in the past, the pistol.
Did you had the pistol? Oh, because you also had the PS90, right?
Yeah, I had both of them. I wound up selling them because I needed to get more guns in. And the one I really regret is the 5.7 pistol. I like the PS90. I would just get a SBR version if I did that again. It's a bullpup, so I want to get it back in. That's like the only actual bullpup that I let go.
It's crazy because it's one of the better ones, I'd say.
Yeah, so I want to get that back in, but I don't think I would buy a 5.7, the Ruger 5.7 right now. But I hope that Ruger makes a carbine out of that thing. Bless you, Lola. Come on, Walter, get on this with me.
If you're gonna make a carbine, make a carbine. don't morph it into something and then it's kind of like dropping a chassis on it. It's like
yeah.
How much plastic can
Right. Yeah. Brian Witt is asking me he says, can you give a shout out to Braden, 10th birthday today? Happy birthday, Braden.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braden. Happy birthday to you.
There you go. Walter just serenaded you. That's
I don't do that for everyone.
That's extra. Now you have to buy a generator from him, Braden. It's $250.
Braden, the 10-year-old, learn how to fix engines like that. Mini bikes, go-karts. You can have a lot of fun. Learn how to do it.
Yeah. Keith G wants to know what's the most reliable 22 pistol. Most reliable.
Oh. Ruger Mark II Rugers are pretty damn reliable. I mean, as far as if you're looking for a blaster.
The Ruger Mark II, yeah. The ultralight one, that's the Mark III, right? The newer ones, Mark III.
The 45.
Those Mark IVs.
The Mark IVs, the newest one is the Mark IV, and that one is amazing.
Yeah, I think all of those are good. All of those in that line.
New Taurus 22 pistol, that Taurus one, that was a nice gun too. That was
but we don't know reliability long term. If someone out there has one of those for a while and you've been shooting it a lot, let us know. I mean, I think so I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 22. I've had that for a while. I've got the Walther version of that, but I haven't had it long enough to say it's reliable. That Smith & Wesson M&P 22, I think is pretty much reliable. Every now and then you got to clean it, which is not bad.
Well, that's all you need to clean.
I don't know. Did any of you guys have the 22 revolvers? Because I never really.
I've shot them. They're good. The Taurus. That
Taurus.
PT 22. Remember we shot Opt Out of Gun Control's Taurus 22. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, that's the.
I was gonna reach over here like I am right now and pull something out when you said revolvers, but
can't do it.
Yeah.
Actually, it could be a project for you, babyface.
I still have one of your projects that I need to give back to you once I finish it, but yes.
Okay, this is just basically a buy a part and reassemble it. It's an H&R.
Easy.
An H&R.
Easy.
I started messing with it and I just lost interest, but yeah.
I'll take a couple of generators off your hands as a project.
And make a good video. You trying to fix them.
We should make that a video.
And we can put a little Benny Hill music on it and speed it up.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna change my air filter on my car pretty soon. My air intake, not the air filter, the air intake.
All right.
I'm gonna change that. Put some K&Ns.
Yep.
Mine has 2 of those, so I'm gonna put some K&Ns on there. Coming up. I think I could do it myself. It's no big deal. Now, can we put air filters on a generator?
They all have an air filter on it.
Yeah,
but
can we get like a K&N air filter and then get some more power out of it?
I think it costs more than the whole freaking generator does.
Oh boy. Okay, lifestyle.
Reliability is what you're looking for, not power.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for power. I'm basically looking for power. James Miller says pro or con piston driven AR-15s. I'll let you guys go. Who wants to take that one first?
If it's built as a piston driven AR-15,
then it's a good thing.
Yeah, if it's a conversion, it can be iffy, because you get the bolt tilt and all that stuff. But what do what else? What else? Is it an AR-15 once it's piston driven? Haven't you tried?
Oh, now we're gonna get into semantics.
Well, I mean, really, do you want some? I mean,
Of course it's an AR. What are you talking about? Of course it's an AR-15 if it's piston.
It's a 416 clone. I don't know.
Oh no, Now that's okay. Now you guys are gonna. So wait, Walter, you're saying that if it's piston driven, it's not an AR. That's what you're saying.
Well,
Because the AR is based on gas impingement.
right. I mean, you want to be a anal retentive pain in the ass. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm not that way, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so which ones have you had that were purpose built? Because I actually like piston driven AR-15s. I've had the SIG 516 Patrol, I believe, the 516
That's
Patrol.
purpose built, right?
Yeah, purpose built. Pretty good gun. We've torture tested a bunch of stuff with it. That's that. You guys know the SIG that I have. It's green.
Yeah. I mean, I have some conversions. I have that the one that Franklin Armory owns a company. We did the Osprey.
Oh, what's the name? Yeah, the Osprey. Yeah.
Osprey. That seems to work. What else do I have? It's been converted.
Personally, I'm going to go out there and say personally, I wouldn't convert my piston, my direct gas impingement AR to a piston. It adds weight and complexity, and the reliability difference is negligible in my mind. I don't operate in swamps. I don't have to worry about full auto fire, underwater, coming up out of water, and none of that. None of that affects me. So my direct impingement works just fine. For the cool factor, yeah, I think it's really cool. And owning a gun that's practical is not the only reason to own a gun. So, if you think the piston is cool, then go for it.
Yeah, I mean, like Superlative Arms, they have conversions they do. Maybe for the gun, that's supposed to be really good. Will's got a Superlative Arms gun. You can tune it, So if you just want it to barely toss the rounds out, then you can just barely toss the rounds out.
If I was going piston, I think I would just go for a different design because I like the AR-15 as an impingement gun. I'd go for a Scar 16 or something like that.
Scar's awesome.
Yeah, side charging would be a good benefit of it being piston.
Go for a Scar. You get side charging.
Walt,
speaking of that.
By the way, Walt, you have those Max 2s. I know I have a Daewoo Max 2.
Yeah, I mean, the Daewoo's an awesome gun. The Daewoo.
That's a piston.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds. Got AK style piston with an AR-15 bolt.
Yeah.
I hear
that gun is freaking awesome.
I hear those Wolf import uppers.
Oh,
that are piston, the A1 Wolf imports. I heard those things are great too.
But that's built as a
piston upper. Yeah, it's made for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of those actually. Now you remind me. But you just remembered me about the my Scar 16 needs an extractor.
Oh,
and I have
man,
two,
you still did it.
And I bought two of them, but I've never put them on.
Oh man, you need to do that.
And I got to think now where they're at. I think they're sitting at the shop, so I need to do that.
Yeah, you got to fix this Scar so that we could break it, or try to break it. We could, I think it's going to be fine. You're the only person I know with a Scar that has this problem. But I guess you said there's other people.
Yep, the Bren is another good one.
Oh, okay.
The what?
The
CZ Bren, BREN.
Oh, I have, yeah.
That's a good piston-driven gun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like go for instead of trying to make the AR-15 do what you want it to do, go for a design that's built around the piston.
The SIG 5.56.
Yeah, I think that's
the MC. The MCX, the SIG MCX, that's another one. Yeah, they're not AR-15s technically, but
yeah. Razor JB says legit 416 or Adams arms have been reliable, but conversions are just around short of inoperable.
That's what I'm saying. A 416 is going to be amazing. Somebody's coming behind you.
Oh,
food getting delivered.
Mm-hmm.
I need some more pizza. I'll eat the ice cream. And some more to drink, if you could, please.
So I just go with it.
And happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh, they're saying Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Imposter's actually right. Technically, the AR-15s are a piston gun, which is true. The piston is just internal to the bolt.
It's
yeah.
And you drag all that nasty heat and nasty gas back into.
It poops where it eats.
Once you shoot a Scar, and then you grab the bolt area up there, and it's all cold, and you're like, what are we doing? What are we thinking? I don't know.
No. By the way, I think that people like piston driven because It can run dirtier and can use a bunch of different ammo and all that kind of stuff. Although, I mean, I don't know. I think a direct impingement runs dirty relatively. Go ahead.
Best piston-driven AR is an AK.
Okay. I knew somewhere that was. I knew somewhere along.
Get you a 5.56 AK? Just be happy.
I knew that was coming. Actually, I knew it. People were saying it in the chat. I was like, it's only a matter of time if Babyface before he jumps on that. Dillspec 816. Shout out to Dylan. He says, "What's up, Hank? We sold a gently used Wolf T. What was it? T91 upper at the store for $199 2 weeks ago. Smoking deal.
Is that one of those Wolf?
Yeah, that's the upper.
What are those usually?
$199.
What do those go for?
That is cheap. If you find another one like that, Dylan, let me know. I'll take it.
Aren't they normally like $450?
Yeah.
Like new?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and I hear they're pretty legit. Oh, here she comes again.
Dillspec, you might want to bring some of these deals to Walter. What you get now, Walt?
I got more pizza than I'm gonna be able to eat. Yeah.
Can the people see the pizza? Can we see the pizza?
Is there a rule against this, Hank? I don't know.
Oh no, there you go. There's pizza.
I'm not gonna eat all. There's no
pepperoni.
way. I'm having dessert right now. Then I'm having pizza again. It's like. Oh.
Listen, Walter. There's a simple system for this. You eat, you poop, you eat some more.
I think she probably increased my life insurance policy. That's what happened.
That's how we do it around here. That's how we do it. Gray Dev says, need the PSA Jekyll when it comes out. Yes, we all do.
I will say when it comes to modding a piston with a AR style, everything else, the AR-180 is an awesome beast. I like that gun.
Yeah.
It's so sad that it never really took off.
It is a way better.
It is. Stoner went and was like, here's all the crap that we should have fixed the first time around. Let's fix it.
What gun are we talking about? I missed that.
AR-180.
AR-180 or the AR-18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Jackal's based on, is the AR-180.
Yeah. And then Barnauls is doing an upper. I don't think they have a complete gun, right?
I'm about that. I think that upper, that whole design with the impingement, the piston, and then the dual spring, I love it all.
Somebody that I know, Walter, needs to make a bullpup kit for that.
It's just an AR. Can't you just get a bullpup kit for an AR-15?
Where are they?
No, I don't want a bullpup kit for it. Yeah, I don't know. No.
They're just a clip-on upper for an AR-15.
I don't.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's just an upper for an AR-15. That's all it is. The Brownells ones are just an upper for an AR-15.
Yes.
The original AR-180s, I think, were different.
Yeah, but there should be something we could drop that in, make it a bullpup.
I have both.
Okay.
You have an original AR-180?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know. How different are they?
Well, the AR-180 is sheet metal. First thing.
The lower or the upper?
All sheet metal, everything.
Really?
It was designed to be it was designed as sheet, so it could be done in countries where they didn't have the technology to do casting and all that stuff.
Almost like a AK.
And of course, it was made by Sterling in England. It was made by was a Japanese company. Oh hell, mine is Japanese, by the way. And then it was made here by Armalite. Preferred
a bullpup 180 is an SA80. The British.
And when they made that, they only put one guide rod in it, which was a major mistake. I know you have a perfect design. Why do you cheap it?
I love when people like, hey, we're going to take this really awesome design, and then we're going to kind of screw with it so it doesn't work anymore, and then give it to the military to use.
The military probably made them take that guide rod out for weight restrictions or something.
The Colt Python.
Oh, yeah. We have this really proven design that works really well. Let's change it.
Let's make it better.
Let's make it better.
Let's make it better.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shooting Gallery NE says, Keltec SU-16 is my piston rifle of choice. Laugh out loud.
I don't have any experience with those. Yeah.
I've never shot it.
They are cool. They're lightweight. Here's the thing I would tell you. Do not clamp anything on the Picatinny Picatinny rail up
Oh,
top.
well,
Even on the SU-16?
You know what? I'm trying to remember the pistol.
Because you had problems.
I had problems with the pistol. I don't know if I don't think I had those same problems with the.
No,
with
no,
the
no.
rifle.
You're thinking the CMR and the PMR, aren't you?
No. I have the SU-16, the rifle it falls and all that kind of stuff, and I have the pistol. I know I had problems with the pistol. I can't remember if I did it with the rifle, but the rifle has its own optics, so I can't remember if I tried to put optics on the rifle. I don't think I did, but you know, it was fine. I've had it. I still have it somewhere. You know.
in that closet, we want to put the batteries.
It's
at.
in the
That's
collection. Yeah. It's in the collection. It's in the collection. I don't think those are cool because they're lightweight. Is it meant for like super hardcore battle? I don't think so, but I don't know when you're going to be going super hardcore battle with it.
I'm gonna look on gun breakers.
It's probably a nice little thing. Edward Andrews. Let me see if I can actually share this. He's shared some pictures of his Taurus 692 22 Magnum. Let me see if I can run these in here from my phone. So here we go. This is his. Boom. Looking pretty good right there. Edward Andrews has got the cool guns. There we go. So shout out to him. Those are cool. I would get a 22 Magnum revolver like that. I think it's
I have
cool.
one, but it's not. What kind is it? This is a full size revolver.
This is the 692. Yeah,
Smith
like
and Wesson.
Yeah. No. Taurus.
Oh, Taurus.
Yeah.
I have that little tiny one. I have the North American Arms.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's cool.
22 Magnum. That's gotta be. That's gotta be. You shoot that at night and take some video. That's gonna be a hellacious fireball.
Oh God, yeah.
I've got several of those. I'm a big fan of 22 Magnum. Who doesn't like 22 Magnum? I think that's awesome. Right? 22 Magnum's pretty
22
cool.
Magnum is a hell of a cartridge.
Yeah. You know, I can't knock that. Now let me do this here real quick. I actually got my copy here. Let me show you guys. I got my copy of American Gun Chicks. Everybody Hates Me.
Oh,
Gun
look
Bunny
at that.
edition. Ooh, look.
Yeah.
I got that in today, so shout out to American Gun Chick. You know what's weird? So on the package, I'm going to show everyone. This is the address if you want to send me
Porn?
Send me cars right here at this address. Any cars that you don't need. Ammo, guns, anything like that you guys don't need. But here's the weird thing that I'm trying to show you guys. Right here. See, right up here it said American Gun Chick, and the post office put stickers over it.
Yeah, the routing sticker stuff, yeah.
So, no, they deliberately put stickers over it. They covered up the Gun Chick part.
What?
I'm pretty sure that was deliberate.
Oh.
Look at that, where they put the stickers. There was no reason to put these stickers up here. They left the American part and covered up the Gun Chick. Interesting, right? Interesting. I think this is a conspiracy. We can start it right now.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a
one
conspiracy.
thing this coronavirus thing has been good for is the frickin' conspiratorial mode. Everything is a conspiracy. The government's going to do this to you. The government's going to do that to you.
Some conspiracies are true, by the way.
You don't do this. You don't do that. They're going to put a chip in you. Everywhere you go, they're going to put a chip in you.
Oh, they're trying to do the chip.
They're trying to put a chip in you. They're
to
going
do
to
the
put one
chip.
in your butt.
I saw
put the boogie in your butt.
Joe Rogan was talking to Elon Musk last week, and they were talking about the chip. Yes,
they want it.
Yes, they were. They were talking about the chip. How they're gonna, Musk is getting ready to chip people. I'm not going for that.
They've been advertising here on the radio station or announcing that you can get free coronavirus testing. And I thought, oh, all right, that's pretty cool. And then I thought to myself, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You like giving up your DNA for free to the government?
Well, I don't want to be on a list. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm already on the list anyways, I can tell you that right now. But
I'm on so many.
Not the positive or minus list, negative list.
Yeah, I don't want those people cloning me.
Cloning you?
Yeah.
I could use a couple clones myself, actually.
Really? I don't know if I want clones of me.
I'd have worker clones, man.
No. I need clones of Lola, but not me.
That way, if I have worker clones, then I could just go play.
That would be a lot more efficient.
Well, that's true. I could have them fixing generators and stuff, Be my side business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Peggy says. She's telling me that those barcodes are used by the post office to route the letter.
Yeah, but I think they deliberately put it in that position to block out the part that says gun chick on it. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it. So.
Oh, you see,
I carry my revolver. Says. I carry my revolver. Says. Okay, Rod Mills sent me his thing. He said that they didn't block it on his. They blocked it on mine. I'm pretty sure it was deliberate. They blocked it on mine. Elon says, I carry my revolver in single action. Says Elon's probably going to leave California.
I hope he does. Screw him.
I hope he actually does.
Who is that?
If he doesn't, oh,
where's that coming from?
That was from me.
Walter's phone.
Oh, okay.
That was from Instagram.
Oh, okay. But you obviously don't
He's
know
looking
how
for gun boobies.
You don't know how to put the phone on vibrate, Walter. Vibrate.
You know what I do?
Button.
I turn. Holy moly! Look at that girl. I turn it
Told
down.
you.
I turn it down, and then later on, I'm like, why am I getting any calls? It's like because I got the volume turned down.
Yeah.
That's anyways. All right, let's turn that off. That's too distracting.
Yeah. Yeah. Focus, Walter.
I'm
focus.
a simple. You know, I'm a dude. You know, that's a.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, I don't. Look, I don't blame you.
I know,
man. I don't blame you.
You post a picture of a gun and a really, nice looking girl. I don't see no gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, sorry, don't do that.
Yeah. Let me see. There's a bunch of different things going through here. Razor JB says he wants the chip. He says, put the chip in me, screw it. All the anthrax they gave me will melt it.
Well, I mean,
I'm not getting any chips.
I'm not getting chip. I don't need.
Other than the one in my phone, that's all they get out of me.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's too much,
enough.
also.
Yeah,
so,
that's bad enough on its own. So, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about with you guys that I sent you. Let's see if we can get this up on the screen here. So remember the whole gun running thing the ATF was involved in? Operation Wide Receiver, Fast and Furious, all those different things. So this is on the Truth About Guns. Mexico wants answers. Apology for Obama era ATF Fast and Furious gun running operation.
No, he had a scandal-free administration. Don't you remember that?
It is gonna get so good here coming up. It's gonna be so good when all this stuff yeah. They're all in fright mode right now. That's why he's out saying the stuff he is right now. It's going to get so interesting.
Yeah, so here, let me just read a little bit of this out there for the folks. The Fast and Furious gun running operation, which the ATF began shortly after Obama's first term started, allowed about 2,000 illegally purchased firearms to move over the border into Mexico. I think it was more than that, but okay. There was different operations, right? Many of the guns were used by drug cartels to murder civilians, each other, and U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry. The ATF painted Fast and Furious as a botched sting operation designed to track the guns to the cartels. They sold the story that the Fast and Furious didn't work due to inadequate surveillance and technology failures. So we can go on and on with that. I think you guys remember. It
was perfect. It was absolutely perfect because it was either we're gonna catch all these guys with all these illegal guns and then show where it's great, or oh my God, look at all these American guns going over the border. How dare they? We need to take all your guns away from you. So for them, it was like win-win on either side. Whatever way it went, total.
But of course, way too much stuff written down, and too many emails, and too many of this.
Thank goodness, what's his name had all those documents because they would have thrown his ass in jail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's who I was going to talk about. My friend Mike Daddy, who also got caught up in some of this stuff. So now, anyway, Mexico wants. Here's what Mexico is looking for, guys. They want America to apologize, but not necessarily Obama. I think they want Trump to apologize. Yeah,
I'm all right with that.
Guess.
Tell him
on
Hey,
I don't
behalf
think that's
of Obama.
going to happen, my friend.
Yeah, he should go, I'm sorry that Obama did this to you.
Yeah. that would be so awesome.
Oh, man.
I'm not apologizing for other dudes. I didn't like it when Obama was apologizing for stuff America did not during his time. I think that's nonsense.
No.
So I don't want to see Trump apologizing for Obama. Every man should apologize for themselves. So if someone needs to apologize, then Obama needs to get his butt up there and apologize.
And that's
for it.
never, ever going to
When you're Obama and you're married to a linebacker, are you really the man in that relationship? You see those shoulders? Is he really a man?
Let's not even get into another conspiracy theory now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know you know some ones.
No, that is some funny stuff when you see that stuff on the internet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I've never seen so many bulges in my life.
Scorched Earth Firearms says veterans are already chipped.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
and then someone, Holt said Mike Daddy for president. Shout out to Mike Daddy.
In reality, there are times when a chip in you wouldn't be, as far as finding you if you were lost in that situation, like in a wartime situation, it wouldn't be necessarily be a terrible thing. Mm-hmm. But doing it against your, if you don't consent to it, that's another thing.
Yeah. I just really don't think that Trump should apologize.
No. There's no apology for anything.
Yeah, I think if anyone needs to apologize, then Obama should apologize for it. And obviously, it was a terrible thing that happened. And you know what? You can always get Bush can go up there too. GW.
But not on the scale that they did.
Yeah, but GW can go up there. He's kicked that off, so he can go up there.
Not on the scale.
And he's also cool. He's cool with Michelle. So for Babyface's theory.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he. Anyway, never mind.
Flying Rich gave us $2. He says, "Go Patrick, go." Sounds like freaking Inspector Gadget. Go Patrick, go. I don't think just Babyface. Do you know about Inspector Gadget?
I watched Inspector Gadget.
Go Gadget, go.
Poe Izzy says, "Let Obama apologize for his own traitorous ass."
Good luck there.
There's going to be so much stuff coming
He apologized.
He didn't do anything wrong. Remember, in his mind.
Well, no, during his time, he apologized for stuff, just not stuff he did.
No, he went over there and bowed to the Saudis and all this stuff, and it's like, you don't freaking go bow. Mm-hmm. Fucking
but
pussy.
We could get him. He might volunteer right now to apologize to Mexico.
Apologize.
He's definitely not apologizing for what happened with Flynn. I mean, I think he's mad about that they
should be arrested. They should be publicly arrested.
He's mad they dropped the charges against Flynn. So.
Well, because it's all going to come out, my friend.
Yeah.
All their monkey business is going to come out.
Right, but then what's going to be done about it? Probably nothing. Probably nothing.
I don't know. I'm not going to say
Hillary to jail. That never happened.
I'm not going to say nothing, but sometimes you don't have to. All you got to do is just put it in the public record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the man. Yeah, he's a man, all right. Is he a man? Or is Obama, is Michelle the man?
We don't know.
Mike.
We don't know who's identifying as who or what in which situation.
Well, it's all good in that administration. You can identify as anything you want back to the Obama administration.
Yeah.
Share bathrooms and all that stuff. Yeah.
Edward Andrews says Michelle Obama to me is one beautiful hot lady. There you go.
Well,
opinions are like black holes. We all got them, and they all.
I don't agree with these guys. I think Michelle Obama is a chick. I don't think she's attractive.
She's not beautiful by any means. There's a lot more beautiful black women than that woman.
Yeah.
Or whatever she is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see her as attractive.
I
don't agree with these two either. But whatever. They're enjoying this. And Walter, by the way, sat there with Jonathan, giving him the full breakdown, and he was looking at us like we're crazy. Remember that, Walt.
Jonathan explained Hollywood and all the chicks that aren't chicks.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there going, okay. Well, if you measure this and you doing it by biology, that's all this stuff,
He has
it's like.
I think he was probably very close to the truth. Very close to the truth. But you thought we were crazy, Walt. That's the point
I just got told to behave, so.
You got told by who?
We got a text from somebody.
Who told you?
The CEO told me to behave.
Your CEO or my CEO?
Yeah, my CEO.
Oh.
No, not yours.
Okay.
I am being good.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I think there's lots better looking chicks out there. So that's just my.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's talk about not to change the subject, but to change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
Rapper dude was killed. That 20-year-old dude that was shot in New York City.
What rapper?
What?
When was this?
Check it out. I forget what his name is, but yeah, rapper dude dead.
Walter knowing about some rap stuff?
Yeah, man, it was on the news.
What's the name of the rapper?
It was on Fox News. I saw it earlier in the day.
No, Nick Blixky. No, yeah, 21. Nick Blixky.
Nick Blixky. I never even heard of that dude.
Never even heard of him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in my generation. That's I don't know what happened there or whatever. Unfortunately, a lot of rappers it's happening to a lot of rappers.
Are you seeing the picture of him holding the bottle of Hennessy?
No, I gotta go find that though.
The bottle
he's
of Hennessy.
standing there looking all cool with a bottle of Hennessy. It's like, how is that kind of like stereotypical?
I guess.
Has anybody on this panel actually? Well, first off, does anybody on this panel like whiskey?
I don't drink really.
I've never had Hennessy. I wonder if it's actually any good or if it's just.
Hennessy is like a cognac, isn't it? I mean, the Hennessy is.
Oh, maybe it is cognac. You're right. That might be right.
Lola takes advantage of me if I get drunk. So.
Oh well, Jesus! What are you waiting for? Does she play mind games with you? Like mess with your mind and stuff?
No, she just laughs. She just laughs at me because.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I can't actually handle my liquor, so that's the deal. Yeah, she finds that amusing.
That's funny.
But yeah, I don't know that guy. I'm not sure what happened there. I know that unfortunately there's a lot. You know what it is nowadays? A lot of rappers are involved in gangs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I guess if you floss too much, people out there think they can come get your stuff.
I actually felt really bad for this one. I watched a video from who's that guy that does interviews?
Vlad TV.
Vlad TV. Watched a video from Vlad TV where he interviewed this young rapper about him having to kill somebody. He was like selling weed or something out of his apartment, and these guys came to rob him, and he had to like kill him in self-defense because they came to rob him with a gun. And I generally felt bad for him after watching it because he was like, man, it messed me up having to like. You think people would just be nice and whatnot, and they came and tried to rob me with a gun.
Was that Soldier Boy? Was it Soldier Boy?
No. It was a small-time guy.
Yeah, because Soldier Boy was a whole different story. He was recording in the studio, and these guys tried to roll up on him in Georgia. And he shot him, and and he didn't get charges or anything. I think those guys survived that, but they got arrested and they got charges and stuff. But they came into his house and they were gonna do who knows what to those guys. So but because he was in Georgia and he was in his home and he was able to legally defend himself, that everyone should be able to do. He's okay. But there's other guys out there. Like there was a young rapper recently from New York that went to LA and these guys broke into his house and killed him in his this house he was renting. We were talking about that. So it's a dangerous, crazy world out there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, So let's switch over here. I'm gonna show this thing. AmmoLand News. An article got posted today about our friend. It's from me. An article I wrote discussing what's selling most in gun stores right now with Roy Hill of Barnauls as Babyface P crumples a piece of paper.
Oh yeah, breaking up your whole conversation.
Really
no, that's not me. Hank's breaking up on his own.
No, yeah, okay.
I can't hear you. You keep breaking up.
Yeah.
Right. Because your paper's like. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I wrote this article. Our friend Roy has been on a couple of times here, giving us the updates on what's going on with gun sales and ammo sales, etc. With so far as Barnauls. So I've got an article that's up there on AmmoLand News. You guys can check it out. you know, that's something
what's going on
for
at
you.
Barnauls?
Yeah, he's been on. It's you can look at the snippets, you can read the article, you can get the breakdown right there. Let's see what
you
else.
want to tell us what's going on, or do we need to save it and make people go over there?
No, you could go over there. I mean, so the gist of it is we've been selling lots of guns, over 7 million every month, record gun sales, and mostly ammo. All the ammo's coming in and going out.
Oh, that's all right.
So.
That's good.
Lots of discussion of rappers right now in the chat. I carry my revolver in single action says the baby killed someone at a Walmart. That's true.
If anybody wants to go watch it, it's the guy's name was Ben J. Mm-hmm. So if you look up like Vlad TV Ben J, it's part 5 where he talks about having to like kill a home invader. And I generally felt bad for the dude. Like, yeah, he's selling weed or whatever, but I think anybody that has to kill somebody that breaks into your house is gonna go through some sort of.
Yeah, I mean, think
you don't
want
to kill anybody.
Don't break into people's houses.
That's the other part, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no one wants to do that. We would all like to be safe in our houses, but yeah, it's a tough deal, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was also brought in the chat. Jerry Stiller died.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Ben Stiller's dad, man. He was funny.
Yeah.
Man, he was funny.
And anybody remember when it was Stiller and Mira? His wife was still alive. And it was a team. They were like a comedy team thing.
No, Walter, we're not as old as Methuselah like you are. So.
Look it up on the interwebs there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. I've seen it. I've seen it online, yeah.
I don't know when she passed, but
she was a good-looking lady.
Yeah.
Back in the day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were cool. They were like a comedy duo, married. They stayed married for a long time.
Play off each other, make fun of each other, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Ah, it's really sad.
Yeah.
He was really funny.
He was funny. I loved him in Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he the one that started Festivus for the rest of us?
I don't know.
I believe so. In Seinfeld, wasn't it Jerry Stiller that started Festivus for the rest of us? Or at least his character.
I think you're right. Actually, yes.
Yeah. He also pioneered the Manzier.
The what?
The Manzier, Walter. The Manzier. You know the brassiere?
Brassiere for the man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you never look at? You probably never looked at Seinfeld.
That was a show that kind of annoyed me, actually.
Oh, really?
I could watch it for a while and it just gets.
Let me see. I don't know why my camera's going.
Too annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was in
the other show he was in.
Bruce
he was in another one.
King of Queens.
Yeah.
King of Queens. That was the one that I really liked.
Bruce Ludman is
Mm-hmm.
He was cool. He was funny.
He seemed like a genuinely funny dude.
Yeah, he reminds me of what's the name of the comedic actor that they call Pops, the black guy? The two of them were like the black guy like that and the white guy like that.
Pops?
He was in the guy that hold on a second. He was in Friday, John Witherspoon.
Those two? I got mad Google skills. Let me tell you.
John Witherspoon. They're kind of like the same side of the coin. John Witherspoon was the guy who said, you gotta coordinate.
What was he on? I don't recognize him.
He was in a bunch of stuff. He was in Friday, next Friday, Friday after next. But he was in a bunch of different movies. He was in a lot of movies with Eddie Murphy.
Character actor?
Yeah, but he was also on, I believe he was on Dave Letterman a lot because him and Dave Letterman were like friends and stuff like that. But he's been a comedian for a long. He passed also. And those old school guys, man, those old school we don't have those old school comedians anymore.
What about what's his face? A musical performer just died.
Oh yes, the father of rock and roll, my friends. I'm gonna pull up my picture right now.
Little Richard.
Yeah, Little Richard. Hold on, I'm pulling up my. Wait, I'm going to. Okay, there we go. I threw up a thing on Instagram when I heard about that. So the Rolling Stone called him founding father of rock. There you go. I'll throw this up. Little Richard.
I just got some news here from Peggy that he was the grandfather in Boondocks.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, Pops. And as CB says, he said bang 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 bang.
Oh, Boondocks. Oh my.
Yeah, he
God.
was the grandfather that raised those boys.
fucking love Boondocks. It's such a good show.
By the way, those boys were actually voiced by girls, but that's got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
But but anyway, that was really funny. That was a good show, actually.
Another show that I don't think could be done today.
No, I don't think so.
Boondocks? No.
No, not it's too. But that's the thing. Like these old school, funny guys are passing out of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So Jerry Stiller, I think, was funny. And so was John Witherspoon, man. So, and of course, it's like, it's just one of these things. I don't think this had anything to do with coronavirus. I don't know if you guys saw that, because I don't know.
No, they just said
seems like a lot of
causes,
guys.
so.
Yeah, seems like a lot of guys are passing, but I don't think it has anything to do with coronavirus. But Little Richard was very cool. Everyone knows Little Richard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you gotta know, like, good golly, Miss Molly, great balls of fire.
Well,
I don't know. I just like, I like the lines.
Just the also when you see him just talking or whatever, he was very animated. We'll use that term.
Who are we talking about, Little Richard?
Yeah, he was on. He was on all the time when he was wiggling and doing this, And,
Flamboyant, Walter? Is that what you want to say?
Well, okay, I accept that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but a performer, yes.
But that's like, that's hardcore. That's like rock and roll. A lot of guys. Elvis Presley got stuff from these guys.
Yeah, well, everybody gets something from somebody else.
Yeah. You gotta be flamboyant. Prince. I was telling people that he was little, because like he was Little Richard, but he was little before all the Lils, because today everyone's Lil. Like we would call Babyface Lil Babyface. Little Walter, little this, little that. He was like probably one of the original Littles.
Oh yeah, also Roy from Siegfried.
Little Bow Wow.
Siegfried Roy died.
Roy, he died too. Yeah, that was coronavirus complications because
Really.
Yeah.
Really. Today?
That was over the weekend. Yeah.
Over the weekend? Oh, I didn't see that. Wow.
Or I think I saw it over the weekend. Yeah.
Is that the one? Is he the one that got mauled by the tigers?
I don't know.
Oh, because I know one of them was attacked
Yeah.
by a tiger, and then that's why they
no more.
Yeah, that's why they canceled the shows and everything. So I don't know if that was Siegfried or that was Roy, but that's also sad. I think they stayed living out in Vegas, right?
Yeah, they were still out there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Man, lots of dudes.
And the Tigers are still there too, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
What Tigers?
The Tigers that they used to do stuff. Okay. They're still there.
Carol Baskins is gonna come find them.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Marley. So this weekend, funny enough, Marley went and bought a bike finally, and the bike shop that she went to is in Citrus Park. There's a nice bike trail that goes through there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you better watch out, Carol Baskins, because the bike shop is like right around the corner from Big Cat Rescue. It's like, you better watch out for Carol Baskins. She's gonna try murdering you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feed you to the big cats.
You've got a Carol Baskins thing.
Speaking of bikes,
mm-hmm.
Do you still ride your motorcycle, Pat?
Oh, we haven't ridden in so long. Took him out like a month ago. That was the last time I rode it. I like it. I don't want to get rid of it, but we just haven't used them in a while.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Someone said something about. I'm trying to see.
Bruce Ludman.
No,
they were the Tiger Queens.
Okay. Listen, they were still cool. Siegfried and Roy were still cool. We don't need to. Okay, Kathleen Music Lover. Here's what I was looking for. Kathleen Music Lover says Great Balls of Fire was Jerry Lee Lewis. Okay.
Yeah.
But all his stuff was stolen from Little Richard. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, come on.
Come
Stop.
on. Let's be honest. Just like Elvis stole all his stuff as well. Let's be honest about it. Yeah.
Stop.
I'm just saying. He probably. I don't know whether or not he wrote that. I'll give him. I'll give him that without looking it up. But basically he bit Jerry Lee Lewis bit Little Richard style. Let's be honest. Okay.
But you're gonna say he literally bit him. I was like,
oh,
what?
so wait, hang on now. And Little Richard, I don't think like little girls either, though. Did he?
Listen, Walter, those were different times, man.
Oh, yeah. 14-year-old. I'm gonna marry a 14-year-old.
Those are different times. If you
Jerry
go back
Lee Lewis,
into
that's what he
biblical
did.
days, you know, it was different times, man. People didn't, like, you were an old man when you got to 20. I don't know about
Okay.
when are they? They're
Keep
from like
telling
the 50s.
yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. Yeah.
Bricks.
This ain't the prairie, man. You're not going across on a wagon train with Indians chasing after you and shit.
You know what's fun? Okay, you know
And
what's
you gotta drink your own pee and stuff. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Okay, true, Walt, true. Okay, Brick said Betty Wright died too. Betty Wright.
Betty Wright.
Betty
I
Wright.
don't know who Betty Wright is.
Is that Betty Wright or Betty White?
No, Betty Wright, American singer-songwriter. Betty Wright's U.S. soul, funk, and R&B singer dies at 66.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure who that is, though.
I'm gonna have to look that up. You know, you were talking about Little House on the Prairie. Do you know one of the women from Little House on the Prairie is on the news? I believe she works for Fox News right now.
What?
Yeah, she used to be on CNBC, and now she's on Fox News. I can't remember her name, but she was on. It's one of those blonde chicks on Fox News. One of the, you know, Fox News has like the whole Aryan Nation lineup.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God.
That's called bleach bottle.
I forgot her name, but you know who I'm talking about. This.
I used to watch Fox all the time when we had a different provider, but I haven't watched Fox News in such a long freaking time. I mean, I see the internet. I look at Fox News on the internet.
Melissa Francis,
yeah, she's on Fox News now, right?
Which one was she?
She was one of the kids.
One of the little girls.
Yeah, one of the little kids.
Yeah. She's one of the little girls on Little House on the Prairie. Here, let me see. I'll show you guys a picture. And I believe she used to be on CNBC, but she's on like Fox News now. Here, let me see. When I show you the picture, you guys how can I go to the picture? How can I go to I'm trying to find. They didn't do a split thing of it, but anyway, let's see. That's her right there, Melissa Francis. But yeah, she was on Little House on the Prairie. Just a little trivia for you guys.
Oh, there.
You're Hank. You're getting some hate over here.
Why?
For Mr. Music not knowing who Betty Wright is.
Oh my gosh. No,
She's saying no pain, no gain, and tonight is the night.
Okay, tonight is the night.
That's what Brick says.
Yeah, what was that? Tonight is the night. Okay.
I mean,
okay, I can't remember all the
Bricks,
names.
this is because of you. Hank's singing is because of you. So.
is it?
Wait, hold on a second. What was her name? Betty Wright.
Betty Wright. Wright.
Okay, let me look this up.
Jason St. Pierre.
Oh,
Hi,
I know.
guys.
Okay, I know who that is. Yeah. All right, I can't remember all the.
Here it goes, backing out. Come on.
I can't.
Come on. Keep backing out.
What? Who, me?
Who? Oh, okay. Is Hank supposed to know who she is because she's a sister?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works?
Race. No.
Come on.
I've heard those songs.
You probably have, but it's like just come on. Let me see. 53. Oh, she wasn't very old either.
Yeah.
66.
66.
Yeah, that's not very old.
Yeah. Yeah, Flying Rich says CNN. She was Melissa Francis was on CNN. And James Miller says, I believe Melissa is estranged from her mom to this day because of how she was pushed as a kid to be an actress.
Yeah, childhood acting is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cash cow for the parents.
Mm-hmm.
She's got she got some childrens too. Look at that.
Okay, Walter's going deep on this.
I'm just looking at pictures on the interweb.
Yeah. Walter is all in. You're about to get another text from the CEO. I'm just teasing.
Looking at that.
I'm just teasing. Listen, it's unfortunate we're losing all of these people in the world. It sucks.
That's the world.
Yeah. And especially like I connect a lot to people in entertainment because they help us get through the days. So songs, I think, is the number one thing that helps people get through, right? Music still helps people. And then people who make you laugh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm
always whistling stuff in the shop.
Yeah.
I whistle while my word.
Yeah. You're like the reverse of the Seven Dwarfs.
Which one am I? I'm not grumpy, sleazy. Is there a dwarf called sleazy?
You're tally.
Or
big
sleepy.
heady.
Sleepy, but sleazy would make for a really funny, like, cousin dwarf.
He's always checking out the.
Runs the bar down the street.
He's the nighttime manager at the local
Chicken
chicken shack / strip club.
Rolling dice and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh God.
Playing some card games. Come on.
Yeah, Shooting Gallery says music helps me get through a lot of things. And Kathleen Music Lover says rap isn't music. Oh boy.
Well,
she's going in.
Little Richard didn't do rap. Let's just say that. So
yeah, a
different type of performer.
Little Richard, yeah, that was all rock and roll. Little Richard,
music,
Jerry Lee Lewis, yeah, which Little Richard founded it. Jerry Lee Lewis made a bunch of money off of it. What can I say?
And then people steal the rights to their songs, and they end up with nothing. That's the way old school used to be.
Yeah, he worked for nothing. You know what was funny? Sammy Davis Jr., man, he was broke, and even his his wife fought the record labels for decades, and she died before she got any money from the record labels. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
Because they had the money, and they kept fighting her and just like hitting her upside the head with lawyers, even though they were dead wrong. But
that's how it works.
They pushed it so far that she died.
Yep. And then you're sitting in front of a judge who's also a lawyer. So guess what?
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep getting it.
Yeah.
Sammy is another performer too.
Sammy Davis was cool. He was cool.
He's pretty badass. Yeah. He's
I've heard some interesting things about him. Eddie Murphy said he was a devil worshiper.
He was also flipped and went to the Jewish side of things too. So.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't
hang out with the Rat Pack.
Yeah, Rat Pack. Yeah, absolutely. Kathleen Music Lover says, I'm a musician, so it's my opinion. Sorry. That's fine.
Well, that's all right. You can have your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're kind of like buttholes.
Babyface has got that on speed dial. Jason St. Pierre says Led Zeppelin stole their music. Everybody stole their music.
Oh, come on.
First of all this music came from my peoples.
Nothing in this row is original.
Stop it.
All the music came from my peoples.
All the music came from people.
Which ones? The Indians? The South Americans? Which peoples you can claim this time?
You know which ones I'm talking about. The African ones.
That's like saying everybody came from Africa.
Which
and
is
I ain't
true.
got no African in me, so I didn't come from Africa.
Pretty much, Walter. Pretty much.
We only know what we think we know about this world.
As far back as we can trace it.
We don't even know what's at the bottom of the ocean.
You probably descended from some aliens. I would believe that easily. With the head size. I mean, I've seen Will. Yeti. Definitely, you guys are descendant of aliens. The Yetis? You want to claim the Yetis now? Yeah. Okay. You guys aren't that hairy.
Well, you don't know, really.
I'm not trying to find out either.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Let's see. Kathy Music Lover says Babyface is fixated on buttholes.
Oh, speaking of that, I was thinking about that ass missile thing. If you go over to not in a weird sense, but there's an article about a new plane that one that SOCOM uses a civilian type aircraft for doing observation and surveillance, and then they've armed them now with Hellfire missiles.
Okay.
And they have some ones that are guided, and that's where the butthole missile comes in.
They just have guys hanging on the wings with pants down?
Right. Well, they're laser guided and different things, so you can fly right up the backside of the building,
So Hank's laser guided missiles would be a dude with his pants down and a laser pointer in the other hand. Laser pointing where it's gotta go, and then the butt missile.
I wasn't thinking of that.
You can't put laser point to your own thing.
If you're laser designating.
You got the guy up on the mountain laser designating on.
Oh, and then the ass missile guy is just down somewhere else shooting the butt missile?
When the jihadi goes out to do a hand wipe, That's when you put it on him.
Big Ike says cornholio.
Yeah.
Cody Cortez says, shout out to Walter for making the best MP5 brace.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll take credit for that. I will agree with that. Oh, that one I was kind of hinting about is an MP5, by the way. It's very, very pellet rifle quiet, by the way.
Is it integrally suppressed?
It could be.
Oh, nice.
Yoda, best Yoda voice.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to...
Integrally suppressed.
I call dibs. Yeah, I call dibs on that.
To shoot it.
Let's see. Did any new guns come out? Let me see.
I haven't even looked. We haven't talked any gun news today.
I mean, I know I've got some guns that I'm going to be testing. So someone lent me, my friend Wriggles lent me a Keltec P17. Wriggles?
You know somebody named Wriggles?
Yes, I do. Wriggles, yes.
Is he a rapper?
No, the opposite. the polar opposite.
Oh, he's a homeboy. He's a neck of red.
Yeah. But he lent me a P17. Believe it or not, because I didn't want to do this at all. I didn't want to do it, but there's been a lot. The Keltec P17. You know, the 22. Let me see. I think I have a picture of it somewhere. The 22, the smaller 22 pistol from Keltec. It's actually in the hands. It doesn't seem so small. Here, I'll throw up.
The new one.
This up on the thing. Yeah.
The one that people had issues with when it came out?
Yeah, so he lent me one. He says he doesn't have any issues with it, but he also uses that really expensive German 22 ammo that I'm not going to use. Mostly because I don't have any of that. But he buys all the expensive German 22 stuff. So, and he says,
"Oh my God!"
In the chat, I just posted about that airplane I was talking about.
I'm putting in for one of these right now.
What is it?
TFB, the Firearms blog. Innovative Arms teases us with the possibility of a well rod club.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh. This is on TFB.
Firearms blog.
That
was well rod was the assassin's. I guess it literally was. I guess an assassin's gun.
British.
Taking out sentries and stuff back in the day.
British. Yeah.
Was this where was it? Let me see.
You know, Walter, did you know that they are still on the books for the Brits?
I don't. What if it works? Why?
They still have them. They still. Well, I mean, we don't know if they use them, but they still have them and potentially still use them.
Yeah.
And they were made. What was the original ones? Were made by BSA or something, motorcycle company, or Norton. They might have been Norton.
Oh.
Okay, here I'll throw that up on the screen here for a second.
Oh. I need
so
one.
They're gonna actually make these? What does this say? The possibility
right now,
Innovative Arms will be building. Okay.
Right now, the owner of Innovative Arms says if anybody wants one, send him an email with this subject line so he can see what sort of interest there is.
Isn't that what's his name in Indiana?
I don't know.
Innovative Arms. Isn't that the guy that does a lot of stuff with Mac?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
If you're interested in one, the price is going to be about $1,200 to $1,500. I'm going to go ahead and put my name on the list.
Is that a single shot? Yeah.
Yes, single
shot bolt action.
It's magazine fed, but it's bolt action, so you pull back.
Yeah.
It loads a new
round.
round.
It locks and
That's why it's so quiet. And it's 32 ACP, which, you know me, I love me some 32 auto.
Oh, you know how quiet 32 is with a can.
Walter, did you know that short video of me shooting the Colt with the suppressor on it has like 20,000 views or something? It's crazy.
That's right. My gun had this. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Is that the only one? Walter hitting you with one of my lines. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's crazy that and I have people commenting on it from like around the world.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Pretty neat.
I tell you what, that little 32 is a perfect little carry gun.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're also welcome, babyface. You're welcome.
For what now?
Well, Patrick rehabbed it for me, so hey.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a joint effort.
I think those kind of cool little videos, especially no one else has done it or whatever. It's only going to be like, who's going to do it? Maybe Forgotten Weapons.
Maybe.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've got to talk about this because I just finished. You know, a couple of years ago, I actually got to drive a tank. By the way, have you guys ever driven a tank? I'm just curious. Just wanted to. Babyface, you ever driven a tank?
Not technically a tank.
That's a no.
Armored personnel carrier is not a tank.
That's a no. Yeah, that's a no. So Walter never drove a tank. Babyface, you ever drove a tank?
No.
Just get to your point. Come on.
So anyway, a couple of years ago, I went out to drive tanks. You know, our friend Flem Gunner, Glenn Fleming of Drive Tanks took us out to drive a tank. I actually finished editing that video, uploaded it. I guess at some point Lola's going to turn it on. You guys can see it. But the Firearms blog, I think that tank was some kind of Leopard something. Post of the day, Danish Leopard 2 MBT in U.S. Army AH-64 Apache. They're showing that. There you go.
What they have is a Leopard 1. It's not Leopard 2.
That's a Leopard 1 in there.
They would have a Leopard. They would have a Leopard 1, but it's a Leopard nevertheless. So.
Right, there you go. I think what I was driving was a Leopard that me and Lola drove.
Right, yeah, probably a Leopard 1.
Yeah, I think it was a Leopard 1,
model. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier to drive, right? That's a tank for beginners.
Well, the Leopard 2 is the Leopard 2 is the newest one, the newer one. So.
Yeah. So you're saying you guys never drove a tank before, right?
Are you having enough yet?
Brian Quick says he drove a 567-foot warship.
Oh.
I think he's got you beat by a little bit.
Okay, I bow down to you. I doff my cap.
I haven't done that either, so.
That's cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Driving the warship is cool and all. I want to be the guy that gets to pull the trigger on those big-ass guns.
Launch some missiles.
Boy,
cannons, sure.
Yeah, I would have liked to have fired that tank, but it was extra monies. You can fire them over at Drive Tanks. You know what, Walter? I think this is a perfect gift that Babyface can give you and I when he hits 100,000 subscribers.
I'll take you guys to Drive Tanks.
He can take us all expenses paid to Drive Tanks.
All right.
Okay.
100,000 subscribers.
They got some cool animals out there too.
Yeah, they do. They do actually. And in the video, you guys will see some cool animals. It's a little bit longer of a video, but it's cool. There's some cool stuff. Some nice You can see what happens with me and Lola in the morning when we wake up, and whether we argue or not. And I'll give spoiler alert. Yes, we wake up arguing. So there you go. But yeah, it was cool out there. That's actually a nice place. Babyface. I think you're gonna. I think that even when you get to 1 million, you still might not have the money to take me and Walter there. But
we'll see how expensive it is.
I'll put it this way.
Cool machine gun.
Yeah, I put it this way. They have their own runway for jets.
Yeah. It's high dollar.
Yeah.
That is something that's on my list.
A jet or a runway?
The runway. I'd like to go sit on it. No, but going in a jet is on my bucket.
Private jet.
Those big shots just fly in there with their own private corporate jets.
Yeah.
And they have mansions over there for dudes. Guys have like bachelor parties and everything there. They get pretty wild, and they're pretty far removed. Like you have to fly in somewhere. I forgot where we flew into Austin maybe. And you got to drive for like 3 hours out there.
I'm talking about. I want to go to one of those places where they will take you up in a fighter jet and like
that. Fighter jet.
Oh, speaking of that, one of the channels I was looking at on YouTube, I guess last year or a year or so ago, over in France, there was a guy went up for a ride in a fighter jet that worked at the company,
and they just wanted to eject it or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this guy didn't even know the day that he went to work that he was going to.
Yeah, he didn't even want to do it.
Did you see all that?
Yeah, we read that. Yeah.
So there's a report about what they think actually happened, and I guess the pilot took off and did a climb, and normally a lot of times the pilots will flip over to when they go level so they don't do the negative G's.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy went over the top, and the guy came up out of his seat supposedly, and they think he grabbed for something. He grabbed the handle and ejected. And luckily, I guess in those planes with the two-seaters, you can have it set so both eject at the same time, or each one ejects separately.
Didn't the guy land it without a canopy?
Well, luckily, the plane was set for both of them to eject,
And it failed.
and it failed. There was a loose wire.
Uh-huh.
But it blew the canopy off, and the pilot had to land without a canopy.
But the pilot landed it without the canopy, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And luckily, then they had to get away from it because they didn't know why it didn't go off.
Yeah.
Why the second seat didn't go off,
Yeah.
So it's just like crazy shit. I guess they figured out that he wasn't strapped down right. His helmet came off when he ejected, so that wasn't on right. I mean, all kinds of stuff. It's like,
yeah, there's a big investigation in France right now about that thing. Somebody gonna lose their job. And for forcing a dude to get on a fighter jet that they didn't want to do it, I mean.
Yeah, he didn't have any idea he was going to go for a ride that morning, so.
Yeah.
No, not a good idea.
See, Babyface, he should have just sold that adventure to you or something.
I would love it.
Can I tell you something? Babyface don't want that either. You don't really want that, Patrick.
Going on a fighter jet? Yeah, I do.
Oh, hell yeah.
It sounds awesome until you feel in those G's.
Oh, it'd be scary when it first goes, man. But
I'm about it.
Rock and roll.
Don't eat for a couple of days, man. Don't eat for a couple of days.
Learning how to grunt like.
You gotta do that grunt thing to keep the blood in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy story, actually. Like, how did they, how much money was that even that they saved up?
Oh,
I think the guy was retiring, right?
Yeah, he was,
Yeah. That was kind of cruel. That was
an expensive malfunction.
You just don't do that to a dude. So here's something, like, you guys have seen these robots that Boston Dynamics has been putting out, right?
Yeah.
So here's something a little interesting that I saw. Watch this robot patrol a park to encourage social distancing. Yep, Boston Dynamics. So Boston Dynamics has actually programmed this robot to go around and try to, let me see if I can get it to play here. Spot, a four-legged dog, is on patrol in the park in Singapore during a 2-week trial program designed by Boston Dynamics. Spot is equipped with cameras to estimate the number of park goers, as well as broadcast messages to promote social distancing. This is the beginning of Telnet right here.
That's what that pistol you were talking about's for.
Yeah.
The well rod?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next thing they're going to do, because I think they're realizing, like, some of these cops aren't going to go for this thing, and they're like, you know what, we'll just get robots.
Okay,
You're out there in the park and you shouldn't be. We'll just send the dogs after you here.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
When they find mystery robot found in dumpster torn to pieces. Not sure what happened.
Two hillbillies, two rednecks that tie ropes onto them, pull it apart.
Nice little 308 damage.
Yeah.
Then what they'll do is the legal ones they'll give robots a soul. They'll say that they have a soul. That's been talked about already. That they have, like a robot. I feel like would have a identity or a being or so they give it legal rights.
Okay, so you're saying the robots will pull a Jerry Lee Lewis and steal soul from Little Richard. And this is how. How they're gonna give rights.
Weird segue back to an earlier conversation.
Okay, I'm just messing with Kathleen Music.
That was the New York promoter named Weinstein that did that, probably. And I'll leave it at that. Okay?
Yeah. But listen, they're not messing around. It's gonna happen. Robots. That's like
coming. Drones flying over to watch it. I mean, it's like, if they were doing that stuff, it ends up dead drones.
Well, they're already actually using drones right now for the coronavirus thing. Did you see that? I don't have the article, but there's police departments using drones right now to spy on people or spot people, I guess.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Listen, the answer to that, number 7 buck and a silencer co-suppressor on the end.
Also, you could use
you can use nets. You can use those net things.
Actually, as technology, it's already there. You use a beam of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Knock it out of the sky.
That messes with the remote signal part of it, and it just poof, gone.
Yeah, I would use the nets. I've seen that. There's these nets that shoot up and then catch in the.
Yeah, but I don't want them to know that I'm the one netting it. I want it to.
No, you want to pull it down and then take it over, shut it off, pull the battery.
But then, that whole time, it's like, oh, let me see the guy's face who's doing that. Oh, it's this guy. Okay.
This is why the Egyptians invented face masks, and plus
I'm
you
gonna
got to wear
steal-
those
I'm gonna
anyway
steal-
in the
I'm gonna steal
coronavirus.
something from MC Hammer. It'll be Hammer time.
Yeah, they're beating it.
Okay, Imposter says, "Did robots have gills?"
They originally were created with gills in mind, so we could swim with.
Okay, Flying Rich says Skynet, not Telnet. Yes, okay, that's true. Skynet. I know.
Did you say Telnet?
Yeah, you didn't catch
God.
it. You didn't
No, I
catch it.
missed it.
Skynet. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Skynet. There you go.
L.A. Did you see this one? L.A. County Sheriff. Quote of the day. We need federal regulations of ghost guns because only prohibited persons buy them.
No.
All right, there's the answer to that one, and moving on.
All right, let me just inform the sheriff about things. Most of these quote unquote criminals, gangbanger criminal illegals, couldn't figure out how to change their tire on the car.
They're not gonna go build.
So how are they gonna build a freaking a Glock?
Yeah, you're gonna go steal one. That's the easiest way to get a gun.
Forget it. I mean, you don't catch them all with Sten guns, do you?
I think they can do it, but that's not a reason to stop. Anyone could do anything, but that's not a reason to stop people from doing something. There's lots of things that people could do if they wanted to.
We are not in Minority Report. We're not doing the pre-crime unit. You know, you arrest somebody when they commit the crime, not because they think about doing it.
Yeah.
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 And
Eventually they will turn that on us and go, you know what? You can't have guns because we don't want the criminals to take them from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then if you let me have my guns, they won't take it from me. Not without paying a price.
Yeah. Brick says those robots will be equipped with ass rockets, ass missiles, for those not social distancing.
Yeah, there's probably some really easy ways to. Anyways, I'm going to go into it on the interweb.
What, to create ass missiles? Ass missiles?
No,
are real.
I mean well, actually, that too on a drone. That'd be pretty easy to do, actually, Charlie, too. Probably do that with a. I got some ideas.
Yeah, Yule Adams says in England they had underground gun. Look, I mean, it's too.
Oh, they always do have that.
Yeah, ghost guns aren't the only thing. Right, and people actually have the right to manufacture stuff. So
how about ghost knives? How about ghost slingshots? How about ghost clubs? How about take your pick.
None of these things are going to work.
We got ghost illegals driving around in cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, killing people. So.
Yeah, anything is a weapon.
Yeah.
So it's the person, but eventually that's all I think in the plans to make people illegal.
Well, you know what happens when you make something illegal?
It just ceases to exist.
They just make even more. The people just want it even more.
Yeah,
so.
everybody.
It just stops. It just goes away forever. It's just gone.
Let's make babies illegal.
We got to make those 30-round clipazines illegal because that's what feeds the gun. When those are all gone, they're gone.
I'm watching Live PD Saturday night, and this damn cop. They pulled this car over, and this damn cop says, "Oh, he's got a clip."
The police officer.
Clip. Yeah, he's got another clip.
Was he old or young? Was he old or young?
It was a high point too, probably 30-ish.
Okay.
30. They should know better.
Yeah, shame. For shame. Retraining.
Yeah, I was like screaming at the TV. Mm-hmm. Come on, man, clip.
Yeah.
What are you trying to be?
That's what you get on live PD.
Yeah.
I was looking at Live PD and there was a police officer trying to flirt with some chick he was pulling over. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Dude, not do that on Live TV, on Live PD.
What is happening right now?
They pulled this one dude over, and there's 4 people in the car, and there's like 4 guns in the car, and they're all convicted felons. They all have felony arrests, prior felony arrests, and he's driving, and there's like $3,000 worth of cash, every kind of drug you can think about in the car, and he don't know where none of it come from.
That's not mine.
I picked these people up. I don't know. You mean?
Yeah, he's just Uber. What is that Uber? What's the Uber thing where you share a ride? Uber share a ride. That's what this is.
Yeah, Uber drug dealer share ride. Yeah, he had rainbow colored hair. Girl in the car had rainbow colored hair. They all had tattoos from top to bottom.
Was this 6ix9ine or something like that?
6ix9ine.
Yeah, the rapper 6ix9ine. He's out of prison.
No, this is some crazy stupid white guy.
Oh, that's the same thing. That's what
Yeah,
says
whole,
on us.
there was a whole carload of crazy, stupid white trash.
Actually,
White
6ix9ine was Latino. Let me give him proper
pardon.
credit. Yeah. Bruce Ludman says Hank always wanted a gun named after him, the Hank ass missile. So
I posted that picture of that airplane. Perfect place to employ the ass missile from.
We're gonna make it happen. We're very close, to.
Are we?
Ass missile technology is coming along every day.
We'll get you an ST's rocket. We'll get him an ST's rocket. You can make it.
It's getting developed, people. It's gonna happen here. I'm predicting the future right here, live, for you all every day. Okay, listen. We hit 9 o'clock here, and I don't know if we've changed the world at all, or fixed any problems. We probably created a few problems. So let's do this. Let's run through this right now. Babyface P, tell the folks out there what they can do to support the Babyface P situation.
If you come across this and you're not already a subscriber, you can subscribe at youtube.com/babyfaceP. I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/babyfaceP. $1 a month gets you on Discord. Beyond that, that's pretty much it for me. Every Monday at 4 a.m. New video goes live.
Awesome. There you go.
Dude, you preview it. Do you do a premiere at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I don't premiere it. No, I just set it to
countdown at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I just set it to go live at 4 a.m.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
because I'm not awake to watch it with people, so I'm not gonna preview it.
Okay.
Premiere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, premiere it.
Yeah. All right, Walter. What about you?
We don't sell that. We don't sell ass missiles, but we do have lots of other things.
You should. You need to put ass missiles on the books.
You can make a patch for an ass missile.
Serial number ASS001.
Is that official, like a registered ATF serial number?
Yes.
We'll call your first machine gun the ass missile. Firearms, safetyfirearms.com, deadparts.com.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Safety Hour Firearms. And you can go to Dirtfoot Racing if you like. I haven't posted anything lately, but I got plenty of things to do. I got generators coming out my yin yang, so I'm not gonna put too much of that. People get bored with generators.
Yeah,
so.
That's the next one. Generators out the yinyang.com. Someone needs to go that. Please go support these guys and what they do. I appreciate that. They come on here and spend their own time and energy and all that, hanging out with us, entertaining us.
Yes.
Discussing topics of much import to the world.
Discussing the world.
1,000 years from now, they're gonna the space aliens will come to Earth to excavate and dig up the YouTubes
with their gills.
Yeah, and discover this, and they would say, you know what, Earth was a race worth saving.
Oh, I'll leave with one note. I saw something on Fox News today that said scientists, people are concerned that if they bring back soil samples from Mars, it could have alien viruses. And I'll leave on that note.
Okay.
Possible. But so what? Might make us better in the long run. All right, everyone, go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. You can go to Ballistic Ink. You'll find our merchandise store there. Let me drop the end for everyone right now. Make sure you guys smash the subscribe button, ring the bell, so that you can be notified every time we go live here on this channel. Thanks to Babyface P, Walter Keller, all of you folks out there for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. Thanks to Walther Arms for sponsoring the show. We are out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Final words, dudes.
Be civil.
Peace. See ya.